Hello, everyone. I actually came here because I wanted to share my story with you guys. I have a great fear in speaking, but I wanted to do a challenge. I wanted to challenge myself to speak to you guys and tell you my story. I never talk to people. I never have company. I never go anywhere, but this time I wanted to challenge myself and do something that I was really afraid to do, but I knew I could do it. So I wanted to tell you my story that I have never told anybody anywhere, so you guys are going to be the first ones. Actually, I worked for DC Public Schools for 15 years. I was data entry operator. I really loved it. I worked at Terrell Junior High School, which was a school that they decided to tear down. They tore the school down and they laid me off. But I had a plan in the back of my head that I was going to go ahead and open up my own business. I opened up a business in Alexandria, which was my home child care center. I really liked it doing it, but it comes with a lot of obligations. You have to make sure you're certified, have fire permits, you have to have occupancy codes, and you also have to have the Human Resource Center come in and make sure that you're in compliance to keep your child care center open. But I had another idea. I said I wanted that American dream. I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to live in a house because I never lived in a house. My family always moved. We lived from San Diego to Dallas, Texas, all over the United States. We never had a place to stay that we could ever call our own, so I wanted my own house. I bought a house in Maryland, which I decided to just really make it my own. But I found out that I got laid off. After 15 years of working in the child care industry, I was like, okay, I'm laid off. What do I do now? First thing I did was decided to go find me a bottle and drown myself in it. But that wasn't going to work because one day I had to let that go. It was very hard for me to start over, but I did. I found myself coming to Perry School, and I went up on the 3rd floor, and I met a gentleman named Mr. Mann. They had a program called the Ready program, Job Ready program. And I went in there and I didn't know what to do because all of the people that was in that program were incarcerated. And I was like, hey, I never been incarcerated, but I was always incarcerated in my own mind. I always thought I would never be free. I always thought I would never get another job because I am getting older. And 15 years, you know what that added up to be. I thought I was going to retire, but no, I got to go out and look for another job at an old age. But I did it. I went up to the readiness program and happened to meet them, and I went over to the LIFT program. And once I got in the LIFT program, they referred me over to DC Central Kitchen, where I got a career in culinary arts. It was very hard because a lot of things that go on, never mind. It was wonderful. I made myself hidden one way or another. I apologize for that. Hey, it is what it is. And sometimes when I was at DC Central Kitchen, I would find myself so lost that I could walk up to the Perry School and ask for advice, ask people to help me because I really didn't know what to do. I found myself graduating from DC Central Kitchen. I found myself being clean, not drinking, not smoking cigarettes anymore. I had to let it all go. And then when you let one thing go, you might as well let it all go because it ain't even worth it anymore. But I had another problem. I had a mortgage company that was on my back. And they told me I had 2 weeks to find a job before they foreclosed on my home. Even though the mortgage was being paid, they didn't want to settle for that. They wanted their money and they wanted it fast. So I had to think of some way to get it done. So when I went into the LIFT program, the first thing they did was to help me get my resume going, my cover letter going, and they started helping me email to Craigslist. I was referred to Suited for Change, where I actually got an outfit. And I went downstairs out of the Suited for Change, and I got a job at Kosey's. Kosey's wasn't the best job in the world, but I decided that it would satisfy IndyMac. And IndyMac was really a big company that wanted me out. But I was determined I was going to keep my house one way or another. So I made sure that IndyMac had what they needed, and that was a job verification. Once I got my paycheck, I looked at it. It wouldn't even pay my mortgage. So I had to turn to God, and he helped me. And believe it or not, my mortgage is not behind up to this day, and I'm really grateful for that. But another thing happened. I had got my insurance canceled. Now, how do a person cancel your insurance? I don't know. But when I went up to Lyft helped me get my insurance back on my home and at a cheaper rate. I was so impressed by that. The insurance called me up and they said, hey, we'll give you back your insurance company. Who needs two insurance companies? Hey, if you want to, that's fine with me, but I don't need it. So I decided to just keep going up to Lyft. Every day I go there, I meet new friends. One of the best things happened to me is that when I graduated, I didn't get a lot of awards because I didn't do a lot of things at DC Central Kitchen that really deserve it. But one award that I did get that I really wanted to let her know about is Megan came to my graduation. I had nobody there that really knew me, but Megan came, and when I seen her in the audience, that was the gift. That was the biggest award you can ever get, is human life. Human life is the most important thing that we can have, because if we don't live together, we'll definitely go the other way together. Because we have to be friends, we have to be family, and we have to share with each other. Because you cannot live in this world alone. At least I wouldn't want to. So with that note, I just kept on trying, and every day I find my way going up to Lyft, smiling at Mr. Man over there, always helping me, always encouraging me, Megan, all of the Lyft family, which I do call them my family, because when they see me coming, they don't put their head down. The first thing they do is say, Gwen, how can I help you? And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Somebody loves me. But that's a good thing, because, you know, love isn't that easy to find nowadays. So I just wanted to let you know that Lyft really helped me. It saved my home. It saved my life. It helped me to know that there are people out there that can really help us if we truly look for it. If you look for good in people, you're going to find good. But if you look for bad in people, you bet you're going to find that too. And I am so happy that they found good in me, and I found a lot of good in them. So thank you guys for hearing my story. Thank you guys for being so patient. God bless you.